Right, Rich.
The music sounds better with Fack.
The bear is back.
It is.
So, Fack, should we talk about him?
Yeah, so he's a song by Eminem from 2005's A Curtain Call.
Is he really?
Genuinely is a song called Fack.
No, not that Fack. So, Fack is an independent handyman. And he's Carmi's childhood friend. And Carmi calls him in to fix up the old restaurant, the beef, and he pays him in sandwiches.
Wait, does he actually?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Now, Fack is like a fun, silly guy who doesn't take things too seriously, but he still does his best to help. So I figured what we could do is set an episode from his point of view.
I like this because he's a big problem solver. Like, you sort of throw him at things to fix it.
So we'll have all the other characters, but they'll be in the background or briefly in scenes doing other stuff. So
I like this.
We'll get to that when we get to the restaurant, but should we start in his house?
Yeah, really show like a sort of very sad, small, because they're all working class, proper working class, aren't they?
Yeah.
In many ways, the area they're in sort of proper gives me like Python vibe. Proper small, essentially.
I'd love a Python version of the bear.
Yeah, two dogs fighting. You know that Stephen Graham boiling point? They wanted to shoot it in Liverpool, so we nearly got.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nearly got. I'm going, fucking, what are you doing, lad?
Yeah.
Get the sailor out.
So the actor who plays Fack, Matty Matheson,
that's just clearly a comic book character name, but hey ho,
is the only actually qualified chef on the show.
I love that.
And yet he's the only one who never cooks, which I think is really funny. I figured we could start the episode with him waking up and making breakfast, but it's like the worst breakfast possible.
Yeah.
He could wake up and just eat cereal raw.
I low-key do that sometimes, so yeah.
I think it speaks for Fack's character that he didn't consider getting milk in.
Yeah, so like he has the bowl out and then he goes into the fridge to grab his cereal because he likes it cold, but there's no milk.
Okay.
So we have him in a rush because his day. So we need to see that he has a really important appointment to attend tonight. He's asked Carmi and they're like, I'll see you, brother, I'll see. So there's like that stress.
In the Christmas episode, it was shown that him and his brother were buying baseball cards. So maybe the appointment is someone is selling like a rare baseball card.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
And he's saying like, meet me on the other side of town at like 6.
So he's already got it boxed off. He's going to finish up Carmi's stuff. We also need some of his internal life, don't we? We need like, what's his mother doing? What's his dad doing?
The problem with that is that I don't want to go into too much detail because it might ruin the illusion of him a little bit.
No, well, you don't have to see them. Could just be text on a phone.
Yeah.
Which is quite sad. He doesn't have access to them as emotional scaffolding. He's just a little handyman.
Yeah.
So he checks his calendar. It's bloody chocker. It's like, fix mum's gutter, fix transmission on dad's car, and they both live in separate parts of the city. But he also needs to make enough money by the end of the day to buy the card.
So he goes to work. Now, we need a problem at the bear that Fack has to deal with by himself.
Yeah. Well, I would say...
What could be broken?
Maybe there's a flood of some kind.
I'm worried that that's too centre to the bear. We need him just running in and out of the restaurant. So all the other characters, Carmi and Sydney, will be fighting over like a meal they're preparing. Richie's busy. So...
Do they have a basement in them?
I don't think so.
Could we just give them one?
Okay.
So there's a basement and there's like a low-level water leak. It's not really that big of an issue. If you let it go on and on and on, it's going to be fucked. So he's trying to deal with that, running in and out.
I like it, yeah.
The very first 2 minutes is the cereal, and he like sits down just trying to rest his eyes, and then his phone goes and it's Carmi going, "Cousin, where are you? Where are you? I thought you fixed the leak." And he's like, "I did fix the leak." And then, so basically, the leak is not fixed, decidedly not fixed. So then he gets up in a rush and the Kellogg's go everywhere and he's like throwing his clothes on. And then the next thing, because, we're not Quentin Tarantino.
So we're not going to do a 3-minute driving scene like in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Let's just get him there. So he goes down into the basement to examine it. He's weighed it up and he knows exactly what he needs.
Yeah.
Maybe he's shouting to like Carmi or Natalie or someone, telling them to write down what he's about to say. And they're all too busy for him.
And he's like, "Oh, fuck, okay." And he writes it down himself. What if he writes it wrongly by accident? So, like, he misses something out. Maybe.
Can he go, "I can't think and write at the same time"?
Yeah. That sounds like a fact line, actually. Yeah. I can't think and write at the same time. And then he gets up to the top of the stairs and he goes, "Carmi, have you got the money?" He goes, "What for?" And he's like, for the many jobs I've done the past 2 months. He's like, "Why do you need, like, you got a fucking lead downstairs. What do you mean the money?" He'll go, "No, there's no money." He's like, "What do you mean there's no money?" He's like, how am I getting this card tonight?" And Carmi Carmy just brushes him off like, oh, I can't fucking deal with this. Fak being Fak, and then Fak just has to leave. So he uses his own money to get the parts.
And maybe it makes him short for the baseball cards later.
When he goes to do the other jobs, which he's getting rushed to do, he's asking for money off like his brother, his mother, and they're all just like calling him a cheapskate or like, what do you need money for? You don't do anything.
Wait, so the restaurant basement is flooding and he's cleaning out his mum's gutters?
Yeah, because like she promised she'd pay him or something like that.
Maybe Carmy's calling him and he's like, I can multitask.
You decidedly can't. You're not here. You're somewhere else.
Maybe Carmy looks down the stairs and he goes, oh, I don't see you down there.
In fact, I can see a pool of water. So then he comes back with the parts after doing his mum's. That'll be the first checkpoint, do you reckon? If we do 3 jobs throughout the day.
Yeah, right.
He comes back and he hasn't got the first part that he needed, but he has all the rest, and he goes, and then he goes to leave again because he can't do the job without that first part.
Yeah.
And Carmen's like, where are you going now? He's like, I need to take a leak. Like he couldn't think of anything that would like be less embarrassing, and then leak because of leak.
Yeah. It's like...
You got a fucking leak here to take.
Yeah.
And then he's on the way to the plumbing store, but that's when his brother rings him. What's his brother like? Is he nice? Is he audible?
You met him?
I know, I just can't remember.
Christmas episode, he's lovable. All the facts are lovable, apart from his sister.
Okay, so it's his sister then.
We haven't met her sister. She's just mentioned a lot.
So I reckon he has to go and sort something out. We don't meet her. Maybe it's like something obscure with the family and he needs to go sign documents. So he goes to like a lawyer's office.
Okay.
And so the sister goes, you should have been here 10 minutes ago. If you're not here in 20, forget it. You know, like, you don't have a fucking clue what that is. And then he gets there and he's covered in like pissy shit water from the leak.
Yeah.
Gutter juice. He's sweating, his hair's like unsteady, he's starving, and he's like in this lawyer's office, and you never feel more out of like place, do you, in these like really posh, ornate offices.
Yeah, he like wipes his feet on the carpet. Like... So after he's left this lawyer's office,
yeah,
does he now get the final part and go back to the bar?
I reckon so. And does he fix it there, man? Because he needs this money, doesn't he?
As he's fixing it, he could be getting a call from this dealer saying, where are you?
Wait.
I said meet me 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is so mean. Like, he hasn't had a minute. Feeling sad for him now. So he fixes it, and then he has to drain the water. Yeah, he begs the dealer to give him like an hour. He finishes it somehow. You know, he's grafting there while everyone else has went for drinks. Maybe they forget he's down there, kind of vibe.
Maybe they just presume he fixed it ages ago, so they don't know he's still down there.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Can he be locked in the shop?
Yeah.
Maybe as he's about to go upstairs, Carmy has just left, so we can have a scene of like Fak banging on the window and saying I'm still here.
Yeah.
And maybe Carmy tries to have like a nice word with him because they have some nice moments, don't they?
Yeah.
But now Fak is the one who doesn't have the time. He's in a rush.
He goes, have you got the money? And then Carmy's like, I haven't got the money. We haven't got it. And he's like, for fuck's sake, Carmy. Like, you see him get angry. Just this one thing. Just one thing. Do you reckon just leave angrily after Carmy's trying to give him nice words and stuff?
Yeah, and I know this is sad, and this is a very Richie ending, but can he get to this car park where he's meant to meet the dealer and he's gone? The car park is just empty.
Yeah, and he checks his phone and he goes to contact him, but it comes up with the little red icon, meaning he's been blocked.
Yeah.
Because he took too long.
So I feel like we need to end in his apartment and have like a sad moment. Or I'd say end with a comical moment, maybe.
What if he gets home, man, and he puts on his favourite show and then he starts talking to him like he did in that video game?
Okay. So it's like, you're referencing something that happened in, I think it was episode 7. The video game starts talking to Fak and he starts talking back.
And it never gets fleshed out again. And I was like, why?
There's a theory on the internet that the voice of the video game is Paul Rudd.
Huh.
So do you reckon Paul Rudd is on the TV talking to him?
I like that. Think about his day there. He hasn't had a conversation with anyone. He's just like, everyone who's talked to him has talked to him as a utility. Yeah.
It can make him laugh as well, man.
That's it, man. Like, this cartoon's his only friend and, you know, it makes him laugh. And it could just be a metaphor for, like, you know, when a show really speaks to you.
That's a really subtle, sad moment because he's laughing. It's in one of the later episodes of Better Call Saul where we see Saul Goodman, Jimmy's gone, and Saul is in the shower and he's still got his earpiece in.
Oh.
It shows he's always switched on. And it's like a really subtle, sad moment. It's got the same vibe as there.
Yeah, because I can imagine him, like, proper laughing. It's like an ambiguous shot of, like, really wet eyes as he's giggling and then it goes to black.
It's such a sad episode. Why do we have to make it sad?
Yeah,